they will not even look at as you as a serious entrepreneur.
They don't take women seriously. So is it that extra effort we have to put as women? Let's say if there is a man who's starting the business,
of course it has to. Not same. If people are saying it's same, they are they are staying in their own comfortable cocoon. It's not same. It's mainly with the small entrepreneurs or small designers like us, who started in a very small.
Hi, Geetanjali. How are you?
Hi, Pratyusha. I am good and I'm so happy to be here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, welcome to the L Cube Show. So the L Cube Show means live, learn, and live. I have a passion of learning. So
Okay.
I keep learning and I want people to learn about new things and what's happening around them and inspire from them.
Right.
So we have Geetanjali here who owns Moha. She has Instagram page which is called as Moha by Geetanjali. She has amazing stuff of silver jewelry.
Yep.
She designs them. It's amazing. You need to check out. Geetanjali, tell me about yourself, how you started this journey as a woman entrepreneur in India. Why come up with silver jewelry?
So this is more of a personal story. This is not too much of like it did not started as want to be an entrepreneur, want to be you want to do a startup, want to do a venture. It absolutely did not started like that. The thing is, in my childhood, when I was in a school, I was in fifth, sixth grade, and I was staying in Bombay with my nana nani,
Yes.
and my mom used to stay in some other place. My mom dad,
Okay.
and by grade seventh, they shifted me to their hometown, which was a very rural, small place.
Okay.
And I kind of felt very lonely there. I was not liking it there, and then there I started. I kind of took the support of libraries in the town. I was reading my entire up till 10th, or actually up till 14th 15th graduation time, went into reading all Marathi literature and lots of stories and lots of books. Like I was hardly studying, I was reading all kind of books,
That is
that.
studying. Isn't that studying? You're studying life itself. Okay.
That time it wasn't for my parents, but yeah, I was liking it because I
Okay.
couldn't make great friends, or I couldn't gel greatly to the place that time. So this was something which kind of helped me.
Okay.
Later I made friends and all, but first 2 3 years were very difficult for me.
So it was books for you.
It was all books for me, and
Okay.
that gave I never understood it even before I started Moha. I realized it much later, that that helped me mushrooming a lot of imagination in me because I was reading a lot.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and that imaginations kind of turned into small doodles, small drawings, something here and there. And then in school I was good with drawing also. So
Okay.
the combination of reading a lot and being able to draw helped me creating a stories which I
Mm.
was trying to tell via craft. And craft is something I always had affinity, but I realized it very strong when I was in Hyderabad doing my job
Okay.
in 2012. In
Right.
2012 or 13, I left that job and went to Goa to with my husband.
Okay.
He to Goa his job, and then I left my job and I went there, and suddenly it was like I was not doing anything. And so story starts from there, where I was doing my career into advertising. I'm already into design, and I come
Okay.
to a point where I know I'm very much interested in craft. I want to do something tangible.
Okay.
And this is era where the literature and stories and books has been a part of my life, where I was always reading a lot. Like in kuch
Okay.
newspaper टुकड़ा भी मिल जाए तो I'll read it completely.
So
Then
basically, it's more of Indian classicals, Indian literature,
Indian
mostly Indian.
literature, Indian classicals, Marathi itself have a lot of great authors, lot of
Yes, yes, yes,
great storytelling itself. So
yes,
that came as a lot of my food for thought, food for how you think, how your thought process is being built, how your foundation is being built of
yes,
what you become as a person.
yes, yes.
So that was thing. Later you built onto it, right? Then you start choosing different subjects. You start
Mm.
trying to understand different verticals. So that
Yeah.
was. on, I was into advertising. I did not do.
So you did not do any degrees in art or anything like that?
I could not because the town I was in did not had any such college or any college or
I get
anything.
it. Yeah.
I took the Zabardasti wala BCom where I did not understood anything.
Okay. Okay. So why silver? Why did you pick up? Why did okay? I understand that you want to put it into art. That you want because you're
Yeah,
interested and you have imagination. You want to do something, create something. Basically, that's where it started. When you are free, when your husband took to Goa.
right.
So why silver?
So there is a story to it also. Do I tell you?
Yes, please tell me and tell me the name, the story behind the name of Moha.
Yeah, that's what. So both the stories come together in one.
Okay, one story. Okay.
2008, when it was recession time going on, that time I had already made a mistake of leaving my job and trying my hands into social work. And I was trying to work with something with art and craft, but I was not able to understand what I want to do exactly.
Okay.
And I did my course in TISS of social work. So I'm certified in social work, not in design
Okay.
yet.
What kind of social work?
It was a regular class of 1 year diploma of certificate in social work in TISS, which is Tata Institute of Social Science in Chembur, Mumbai. So there we were given a complete assignment of staying 8 days in a tribal area, which is also a Narmada Bachao Andolan with Medha Patkar. She's
Okay.
well-known name, and she's
Yes.
helping Narmada affected people to, I mean, the people who have been affected by land and where the Sarovar came in place.
Around Narmada Basin.
Yeah, basically around Narmada Basin and basically where later the whole project became big.
Okay. Okay.
So we were supposed to stay there for 8-10 days. That was something very, very, very remote interior, no mobile, nothing, not even regular everyday food, no market, no doctor. A dense, either a forest or a little bit of hilly region.
Okay.
And every area will have some 15 to 20 houses, not more than that. That's it.
Okay. Oh
It
my
was
God.
that.
I want to live there.
Yeah, yeah, but we were getting only rice and dal to eat, nothing else. Like after 10 days, we ate like
Okay. Okay.
अभी मिला नहीं खाना type. So when I stayed there for 8-10 days, that was my first encounter with what exactly tribal people are. You know how they really stay, who they really are, what are their aesthetics, what are their life values, what are their festivals. We were supposed to be volunteer of one of the नर्मदा बचाओ आंदोलन का एक चिल्ड्रंस स्कूल का एक स्पोर्ट इवेंट होता है देयर स्कूल्स दे कॉल इट जीवनशाला. So I
Okay.
was to be a volunteer through my course to help with anything and everything there.
Okay.
And we were put in tribal houses only. We were supposed to
Mm.
stay with them.
Mm.
There I saw their lifestyle. There I saw their jewelry, the tribal Indian jewelries or most tribes jewelry. If you
Yes.
see, alternative jewelries has been
Yes.
silver and very bold in their designs and
Yes.
aesthetics.
Yes.
The area was in the border of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, and this is an area which is a rich mineral soil,
Okay.
and in this rich mineral soil there was a lot of trees of moha. So in India, what you call mahua, in Marathi they call it moha. It's
Okay.
it's the name of the tree, mahua tree.
Okay.
So
What is Moha? You have to explain. I don't know what is Moha.
so in that area, you find a lot of in tribal area, and even tribals worship this tree. How we worship coconut, as we call it, kalpa vruksha. For
Okay.
mahua tree, mahua, you find it in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. In that regions also you find it, and
Okay.
in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh also you find it. But in Marathi, they call mahua as moha.
Okay.
It's the name of the tree,
Okay.
and this
It's a tree. Basically, it's a tree.
it's a tree.
Okay. Okay.
And this tree is something you start, I mean, when one sows the seed, it starts germinating. When it starts germinating, it takes almost 5 to 10 years to become a little shape, 1 or 2 feet shape.
Okay.
And after the tree is 40-year old, it starts fruiting.
Wow.
And this tree, when it becomes a nice 40-year-old, it can live for 400, 500, 600 years.
Is it huge? Is it a big tree?
It's not very huge. It's nice, large size or
Mm-hmm.
middle size, but
Mm-hmm.
it is not baobab or something like which we call like 500 and 1,000 years. But it actually lives that much period. It has a
Okay.
very rooted strength into it. Like,
Okay. Okay. Any particularly like any significance with that leaves or fruits or
every part of that tree can be used either in a medicinal way or in a fodder or in a food or in a liquor, or the every part. I mean, the bark, the inside wood, the leaves, the
right?
fruits, flowers. The liquor is made out of flowers. So mahua liquor is pretty well known
Hmm.
to tribal
Frankly, I
people.
haven't heard about it. First time I'm hearing about this tree.
Okay. No, the tribals and rural people know about it generally.
Okay. Right.
And so there I got to see the process of how this mahua liquor is made. There I got to see these fruits. There I got to see this tree, and the name kind of got restored in my mind. I don't know where, like something you
Yeah.
heard and
Yeah.
something you saw somewhere, and
Yeah.
in and then there I come to 2013, where I actually started conceptualizing moha. I actually started thinking of in October, November of this. I started thinking that now I want to do something. I have left my job in
Mm-hmm.
Hyderabad. I have come here. I want to do something in crafts. I don't want to go back to advertising. I was getting job, but I didn't want to go back to advertising.
Okay. Okay.
And then by 2014 it started, and this was the first name came to my mind, that I want to name it Moha. I don't know why.
Okay.
And it just felt right. It just felt right for the reason that it's
How did it happen? One day you just took a pencil, a paper, and then you started drawing designs, or
I was in washroom.
you're in washroom? That, you know what? That's the best place to get ideas. Okay.
Probably first time I'm telling where I thought of
No,
a name.
no, we should, because that's very normal. I don't know why people have
Yeah,
to,
मेरे
fantasize it or romanticize things. We can talk about it. Okay.
In fact, when I came out and I told my husband, he was like, Moha sounds like a greed, people may not like. I was like, no, but Moha is Moha, jewelry is Moha, come on.
Yeah, yeah. When I saw your Instagram page, first thing that came to my mind was the song. You know that song?
Moha Moha ke dhage.
Yeah, yeah. The song came into my mind. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, then this name came to my mind. Then I did a little bit of drawings. My brother helped me to create a logo,
So
and
that silver jewelry, it started maybe from the tribals. You were inspired from that,
I
what
was
they were
inspired from
wearing.
the tribals, what they were wearing. So this bold
Ah,
aesthetic was something I was doing a lot in the start. Later it became more
okay.
intricate. Later it
You
became
felt
more.
you felt that it's bold and it's actually communicating with you when you saw the tribals.
Yeah, yes, we can very much say that I was very much attracted to them. I was very much attracted to their lifestyle.
No, no, no,
Uh,
no. What I'm trying to understand here is that, see, you see women outside, right, in normal
yeah,
world and stuff. You saw this tribal women wearing these bold silver
right, right.
statements, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what is it that attracted towards particular that bold statement? What is it
Aesthetics
speaking
which
to you
are
as?
aesthetics which are most simple,
Hmm.
yet beautiful, superb. Like they are making their statement then and there. You just have to put one glance and you know it.
Okay.
How beautiful they are.
Yeah.
We say beauty lies in simplicity. That is one of the straight example of it. That
Okay.
not too much
Okay.
carving, not too much of work,
Hmm.
uh, not too much of like stone studded. This that, so they just don't know what is stone studded.
Yes.
and
Yes.
and still the jewelry is so bold, beautiful. Something is which is heavy for our today's lifestyle to carry out, but these women carry it as easily, like it's part of them.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they look stunning, and
Yes.
they're so comfortable in their own skin, these women.
I don't know, maybe this could be my opinion. Whenever I see a woman wearing silver jewelry and carrying it out, you get this very strong statement from them. I
Right.
feel like they give out this very strong kind of a message to you, even when you are carrying it. I don't think everyone can carry. No, no, I'm sure everyone can carry silver jewelry, but I don't know. Whenever any woman who carries silver jewelry, it gives us very bold statement.
It does, and
Yeah.
for even to start choosing that, like you should be like, yeah, I like it. I mean, there is no
Hmm.
other,
Hmm.
justification to it. I loved it. I liked it, and I'm wearing it. I mean,
Gold has this very subtle feeling to it whenever you see people, but I don't know, maybe is it because we're not used to people wearing silver or anything. I don't know what is it, but
we always have a preconditioning, right? India
yeah.
is very, very, very fascinated by gold.
Particularly South.
Particularly South. Yeah. So we've been always seeing people investing in gold, buying gold, marriage gold, it's all gold jewelry out there. So silver became off bit. Tribals were could not afford gold, so they were wearing silver.
Yeah.
I see this very interesting thing that it's not just India, it's not just Maharashtra. You find any other tribes or tribal areas in other countries in like you
Hmm.
call it Africa, you call it
Yes.
Australia. I know even
Yes.
this Maori tribe, which is pretty
New Zealand.
New
Yes.
Zealand, and even Australian tribes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't
Yes.
remember that, but the Australian Aboriginal jewelry, there is
Aboriginals. Yes.
beautiful
Yes.
museum in. I forgot the name, but I have a book from that museum.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So the lot of selection comes like in metal, it's silver. Otherwise, there are a lot of earlier metals, not earlier metal, but they were using the horns of the bull, or they were using lots of natural materials which were
Hmm.
coming there.
Hmm.
Aesthetic started being built from there. The body adornment or the concept of adornment started from there.
Yeah.
Where you are just doing small tattoo, you're putting small color on the head, you're wearing leaves, or you're wearing florals. So the concept of adorning body, or the thought of we want to look beautiful, comes since there long. It's not
Yeah.
something which is new we have
Yeah.
invented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is one
And
of
there
the
is
most sacred
scientific
things.
touch to it with silver, particularly. They say that it makes your stress and anxiety go down. It releases stress and anxiety, and it attracts positive energy. I'm not sure, you should be the one telling me that. Is it
Well,
something like that?
I am. I see. For me, silver is a precious metal. It being a precious metal, it's a natural good properties. It has
Yeah.
being having its a natural good properties when you wear it for your long term piercings. And if
Mhm.
you're not a person who have any allergy, even if for long term piercing, people tend to wear the precious metal, which is coming directly from the nature, or
Mm.
which directly. I mean, silver is a byproduct of filtering gold also, and silver is itself you can find in the nature also.
Yes.
So these are the metals don't harm you. Otherwise, the sign later we have this lot of mixing kind of metals.
Yes.
They harm you. I mean, you can't wear them in your
Yeah.
long term
Yeah.
piercings.
Yeah.
I though have major allergies, so I can't wear anything imitation.
Okay.
But for that, in this case, I cannot claim like it attracts positive energy and all, because uh, for me it was love at first sight. For me, it's
Yeah.
something which always made me happy.
Yes.
But I tried to go generally by scientific way and
Yes.
non-religious way.
Yeah.
We don't even sell any stones or anything.
So once you decided that you want to do this, so you don't have anybody in family who does this, right? You're not from people who make silver or gold ornaments. How did you get people? How did you get the monetary aspect, like money and everything, or did you start very small? How do you did you start it?
Start very small, and I did start it by taking money on loan from someone I knew in extended family.
Okay.
One of my uncle's friend actually, and he's a goldsmith, and
Okay.
so he was kind of one who still understood my idea. What when I was trying to say I want to do this, he said, "Ki, ha, this is workable, maybe." And
Yeah.
then he gave me money also, because he knew I don't have it.
Yeah.
And I returned it everything to him in 2 3 years time, and
Right.
that's how I started. And
And people
learning to
as
make
well.
jewelry was very difficult part. Like, even he being a goldsmith, and he's staying in that same my
Mhm.
town only where I
Mm,
mentioned
mm, mm.
I was shifted.
Yeah.
So his knowledge was also very limited, because he was also in a very small town. But he gave me
Yes.
that helping hand.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that time I was staying in Goa, so I was like kind of always traveling between Bombay, Goa, Malegaon, Bombay, Goa, Malegaon, then going to
Okay.
Jaipur, trying to understand, learn.
Okay.
So actually, being able to make jewelry properly took me 2 3 years. It was a lot of melting, doing back, and jewelry is a very closed field also. Unfortunately, I mean,
So
it's it.
did you establish a small workplace, or
Yes, yes.
you
We
did
have a studio,
initially?
yeah.
Initial.
No, not initially.
Yeah.
It took me almost more than less than a year to start me my own small one room studio.
Yes.
Before that, I was doing it home, but I was going to a lot of karigars places and sitting there with them.
Understood. So you were designing it, you're going to them and getting
Yeah.
done what you want,
Yeah.
and then, okay, got it. Right.
Yeah. So today
Okay.
now we have like 15 people employed with us, and we have one workshop in Jaipur, and
Wow.
we have a social media team separately. We have dispatch team separately. We have designers,
Very good.
designers, and the communication team and all that. But
Yeah.
it started extremely small. For a year, I did
Yeah.
not even have my own office. My first office was a small room which did not even have bathroom.
Okay. Okay. So how do you come up with these designs? Your designs particularly, they are very unique. They speak to you. It's
So
very
that's what
traditional.
it is. Designing is something came naturally to me. I can call it a gift of God, some power, or to make it more rational. I put it to my old time readings. I
Okay.
keep reading even now.
Okay.
I'm super fan of reading.
Yeah.
So and
No, I saw one of your bracelets, I think, which is of a housefly.
yeah, yeah.
Housefly. Like, how did you get that? Like,
So
what
our
inspired you?
nature has a lot to show us, like real lot. Nature is the ultimate guru, I'll call.
Hmm.
And if we are cautiously looking around in nature, you will just keep finding amazing forms. Amazing forms. You don't
Yes.
even have to go anywhere else. You don't even have to see other silver or other jewelries for that
Mhm.
matter. I mean, the beautiful forms, shapes, concepts, strategies is all nature is already showing you.
Yeah.
There is a field of design called biomimicry or bio engineering design or biomimicry or something uh, where the strategies and something you derive from nature. For example, how people see how kingfisher when kingfisher dives in a
Water.
pond,
In the water.
water,
Yes.
the water, when he goes
Beak. Yes, it will go straight. Yes.
go straight in. You don't even see a ripple, or you don't even
Um,
see a sound of what he did exactly and how he came back.
yeah.
uh, Such are the things when our products are being engineered. These are the concepts people think how when they're engineering product. These are the shapes people think in for the bullet train, and how the tunnel goes and how the train will go inside and it will not clash with the air and it will not burst there. For that also, all these things and engineering is being used.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
all these inspirations come from nature. So
Yeah.
these the engineering thing I'm saying. बाकी तो forms and तो सामने दिख रहा है मतलब.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. So how long, like, let's say if so you are the only designer in your team.
Yeah, I have a junior designer right now who helps me
Okay.
with billings, and even when we decide the concept, developing it further, and
So,
we,
but
we, we
basically, first initial thought is yours.
mostly yes, because my ideas are still not exhausted.
Yes.
So
Okay, okay.
yeah, until now, yes. So we
Okay.
we take up a theme, we start studying the theme, the idea. Like we did Sanchi, we did Harappa,
Mm.
we did like you saying
Yes.
houseflies. That collection we called Gunjan, that is inspired from insects. We did collection called Kosh, which was inspired from seed pods.
Mm.
So we also do a lot of independent design, which are not part of any collection. They fall
Got
under our
you.
categories on our website, and collections
Okay.
fall under collections. So,
Okay.
uh, so there are a lot of more subjects already we always have in mind,
Okay.
and we keep working on them. And that's the most lovable part for me. I enjoy it personally a lot because
Yeah.
something new comes in front in
Yeah.
terms of in name of new theme, new collection,
Yeah.
and we are working on stories. We recently we released a collection called Chamba Rumal. It was inspired from the uh, uh, embroidery craft which people in Chamba do. So they call
Wow.
it Chamba Rumal. So we named it Chamba Rumal too. And it was more of appreciation of craft and how we can tell the story of that craft to the people. I mean,
Yeah.
at least to the Moha audience, people who know Moha audience will
Yes.
start knowing a little more about it. That has been
Yeah.
also one thought
Yeah.
behind it. Another is we loving the aesthetics of it and can able to produce that aesthetic in form of wearable art.
Yes. Yes.
So that is also another kind of thought to it. So like that, we worked on Harappa. So we studied the Harappan excavations, the aesthetic
Okay,
of Harappa. We
right.
did the similar bit cutting, which is done, which we have found and kept in museum from excavation, and we
Hmm.
collaborated our designs in Harappa like that.
So how long does it take, let's say, let's take a bracelet or an earring. How long does it take from the designing paper to the product to come out?
Takes I mean, if you say one product, it at least take minimum takes a month's time for me, and for
The
entire collection,
smallest of a brass bracelet, it takes 1 month.
because first of all, when we are doing on paper, there's a lot of back and forth happens that something may go wrong. Then we do a lot of handwork,
Mm.
and then even we do casting. With after casting also, there is a lot of handwork. We
Yes,
create
yes,
mold takes a lot of time. We create
yes.
first master, first successful sample. So all that process it just goes on. Correction happens
Yeah.
in
And
process
what
when.
is the liquid you're using? Like the blue and green colors. So
Oh,
what
that
liquid
is
is that?
that is enamel colors.
Oh, that's enamel colors. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
saw in the video that
Basically, we did not show you the stone cutting. Oh, enamels, they are made out of stone powders.
okay,
So
okay.
now
Oh,
we get that ready-made stone powder, gel mixed
okay.
colors.
Right.
So earlier we used to cut out the stones also and do it, but now last 2 3 years there are some good companies and good people who have started some
Okay.
nice methods of giving those colors.
Okay.
So we do that. Then there are also other kind of colors which enamel. So these are typically jewelry enamels which we
Right.
mix. So that green and blue, what we are mixing is we are trying to create different shade for,
Yes.
like when we were doing that ring for turtle, we want to produce a shade which goes near to water, but still looks exciting, still bright enough to feel nice after wearing, still is able to show the concept of
Yeah.
a lotus and turtle in a pond of lotus. So
Yeah. But
yeah,
isn't
we try
detailing
to.
very hard when you have these designs connected to nature? The detailing of yours, particularly, I've seen all your products. The detailing is so fine.
Yeah, that's why it takes time. No,
Okay.
उसी में तो.
Okay, 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 okay. Because
Yeah.
generally, if you see Pandora or Swarovski and all these big the
I
silver
mean,
base
maybe
I'm talking.
they're not talking about the time of designing and making mold and all that, because for everyone, generally 3 to 4 months or 6 month time takes to design entire collection, create
Yeah.
samples, create molds, and then later production can become little faster, 8 10 days
Yes.
maybe for one product and all.
Yeah.
But earlier process is lengthier until the samples are
Okay.
done.
So with your products, you want to show the traditional and cultural aspect of India because that speaks a lot in your products,
I
actually.
think that is what I am also. That
Okay.
I am very rooted to India kind of person who's extremely inspired by the
Do that. Do
stories,
it.
the mythology. Although
Yes.
I'm not religious, I love the mythological part. I love
You
the
just love the
characters.
stories. You love the story.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm very much inspired from the mythology. I can say that I'm like being very religious person, but so all that keep coming. So we can call it a culture also. We can call it a mythology also.
Yeah.
Then nature around us. So there are a lot of readings keep happening. Then my close friends are like they're like writers, artists, poets, archaeologists, environmentalists. I
I
mean,
see
these
it.
are people from my very long time, like very good, very
I
close
see the
friends.
paintings and everything. I see art in you and around you. So you must have friends who are artists and
Yeah,
all sorts
yeah,
of people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So particularly I want to talk about the marketing point. Particularly, you're doing absolutely amazing marketing. Like talk to me about the marketing aspect.
we still feel we want to do better there, but yeah, the entrepreneurship later now here start taking
With yes.
pace where
Until now it's all art and
until
creation
finished
and
product is art
imagination.
and artist, and you are being like all hodgepodge and all that.
Yes,
But
yes.
now buy up sell karna hai.
Yes. Yes.
Now people need to like it. It has
Yeah.
to be sensibly priced. It has to be completely correct as per market norms. It has to
Mhm.
be let free. nickel free, zinc, I mean, the metals which you are allowed only you should put into it. So making, after my sampling or after my designing is done there, I'm more like an entrepreneur, how I'm creating a product, how I'm trying to give best to what
Yeah.
I can offer people, then how we market it, how we want to see it, how we want to tell the story about it.
Yeah.
And so that is where, that part I think I'm still learning. But yeah, I mean, that journey has started 8 9
Yeah,
years
but
ago.
do you think, particularly in India right now, because of the internet, in this age, the world has become global. Particularly in India,
I mean, I don't think we could start and become this what we are without internet or without social
no,
media.
just imagine all this before 2010, not too long. Just imagine all this before 2010 itself.
No,
I
but
don't
it would have been that time I would have started some shop somewhere and maybe sell only to people who are coming to my store.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
so how traditional businesses were operating,
Yeah.
and we are able to operate in new market, new style, only because of emerge of internet. I mean, the internet is the highest
You know,
or
the
best
internet, I think
research
it
of the
broke
entire
the
last 20th century.
yeah, no,
So
I think it broke that middleman system completely. Mostly. We can't say completely,
yeah.
but
Most
mostly. Yeah.
it gave stage, and it gave a medium to every other person to express them what they want to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Every other
In
person.
India, worldwide particularly, people who are manufacturers of a product, be it rice, be it turmeric, be it
Yeah.
silver jewelry, be it your own, materials, cloth materials, be it anything, you are selling your product right from your doorstep directly to the customers. There is no middleman anymore. That is actually creating a good economical, growth as well.
Right. I mean, I'm sure there has been always people who are more entrepreneurial and who need more money to do such ventures, which we could start like in my like when I said I took money initially
Yeah.
and all that, I could actually start it in 5 6 lakh rupees. I mean,
Mm.
people cannot. I mean, in earlier times, one could not
No,
think of starting a
no,
silver jewelry shop in 5 6 lakh
no.
rupees. It was impossible. Even then, when silver was cheaper
No,
then.
even if you did start it, you would have been in some one corner of
Yeah, very
Pune
small
or Mumbai.
something corner and
Maybe
very
that suburb, or one
yeah,
fourth of the people
yeah,
must have known you.
yeah. And when people are so fascinated by gold, who's going to buy silver? Like
Exactly.
we have a lot of shops of gold, but people
Yes.
go and buy it. Like
Yes.
in one Thane city, there must be almost 500 or less than
Yeah.
500 shops, and they all are surviving for so many years. That means they are making business. That means they
Yes.
are doing business.
Yes.
That means they are able to survive since they are there for years. So
Yes.
India is so fascinated by gold, where you will find hardly one or two silver shop maybe. Now,
Yeah.
now goldsmiths have started keeping some small silver thing,
Yes.
because later it last 4 5 years it started being quite popular. I
Mm.
think that also goes to rising prices of gold,
Mm.
whereas silver prices are also rise, but that doesn't pinch as much as buying gold.
Mm, mm, mm. It's not
Definitely
just
not.
gold or silver, any product. What I'm really happy about what is happening right now is that the product is going from the manufacturer to the customer directly, and it is
Yeah.
being given the respect and the price it needed.
It's mainly with the small entrepreneurs or small designers like us, who started in a very
Yes.
small. For
Yeah.
them, it's the most important thing which happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could directly
As
sell.
a woman, imagine dreaming to do this or something. All when I was in India, it was like you bring it some one of the manufacturer and you sell it to the close circle or something like that.
Right.
You doing it, I don't think even if you had the imagination to do moha and create it, and but
Yeah.
without the internet and without using all these social media
I
platforms,
don't
you
think I
wouldn't
would have
even
done
daring to
also.
take the
Yeah,
step.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think I would have done also. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
then also we saw someone, selling something which gave a courage to think that, even I can do it. I
Yeah.
anyway want to create.
Yeah.
Thankfully for creating and design, I didn't have to take too much of outside help. But I mean, for making, yes, not for design, but otherwise selling was just impossible. It
Yeah,
was
yeah. Even take me, if it's not for the internet, sitting in some other country, and talking to people in all parts of the world and making it happen. It's
Yeah.
really not possible with this technology. I think we have to thank it, and but we have to use it very wisely also, because the knife has two sharp
Yeah,
edges.
yeah, yeah.
We have to
Nice.
use it properly too.
Very two-sided. We are seeing both sides of it, I think, now when it has matured to 10, 12 years or more than that.
Yeah.
And internet, I'm saying. And yeah, when later, earlier when Facebook and Instagram we started, and earlier it was free, and then later, it has become a paid mediums for us, and sometimes they get very exorbitant for us. So, sometimes we love Facebook, sometimes we curse Facebook.
I know. I know. I'm into it too.
Goes on. But having said that, we definitely know the importance of.
There are pros and cons for everything. Even in YouTube, when you're doing things, we're like, it's pressure, like it has to be like this. Sometimes you don't want to do that. You want to stick to your passion, but you will be pushed towards it. But it's okay. So talk to me about women entrepreneurs, particularly as a woman in this industry in India, any industry. Just let it be. How are you looked upon? Like, how is it the same kind of dealing? Let's say if you have your workers around you, if you have, how is it different?
It's not same. If people are saying it's same, they are staying in their own comfortable cocoon. It's not same, definitely.
Okay,
Even,
tell me, explain it more. Like, how is it not
like
same?
even in jewelry making segment,
Hmm.
agar if there are 100,
That's no. That is our main core
yeah,
area.
that is my
Jewelry
main
is the core
segment. Yeah,
area.
the jewelry making. Like I'm saying, manufacturing, making, where
Okay.
I'm going
Okay.
as a designer who wants to manufacture
No,
jewelry.
no.
If there
Still,
are 100
the
vendors,
point is, jewelry
yeah.
is something the expertise of women, right? So
They
there
understand,
also.
they know it, but you will see a factory where there is not even single woman and they don't even know they are making their earring wrong. Like they will make entire big lots wrong and they don't know how they are making it wrong. And then when I make them understand, like, मैडम हम लोग बेच रहे हैं ना इतना सालों से काय को आप दिमाग खा रहे टाइप. So I, like, when I started as a woman entrepreneur, even if there have been workshops or karigar who will not take you very seriously because they're very used to seeing the big set kind of, big manish kind of set kind of people who they look at as a boss, and they will not even look at as you as a serious entrepreneur. Like मैंने ऐसा, मुझे मालूम भी नहीं वापस मिलेगा. I have kept like 1 kg silver in their hands कि भाई बनाना शुरू करो. I don't even know whether I can trust that guy. I don't even know whether I know any
Is
of
it
his.
because they don't take women seriously?
Yeah, in starting, yes. Now it's no more that because now people are paying their payments before they are
No,
taking
no.
goods.
So is it that extra effort we have to put as women? Let's say if there is a man
Of
who's
course, it
starting the
has to.
business,
Of course,
the
it has to. First of all, we are juggling with household things. We are not able to.
yeah, I really want to
how
know
much
about
ever
that part.
how much ever my sometimes my husband say or my son say that you we are not asking you to do all of it, but something is so inbuilt in your genes that you can't ignore a lot of things at home, in your area, in your house, with your son, with your husband, with your family, with your in-laws, with your parents. So
The women intuitions,
with
the women,
yourself, with
it will
your
come out.
health, with your all. Now I'm 44, and also with
You don't
that
look that. You do not look that.
yeah, I mean that's a different cosmetic part. पर jeans का भी थोड़ा बहुत ये है,
Okay.
but yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's otherwise not easy on that domestic front itself, and
Mm.
then going out, having that courage, having people who are able, supporting you, having a little strength of money. Even if you're as intelligent as man, sometime even the labor working with you will think that madam आप ये गलत कर रहे हो. you know they have a lot of it. Sometime when we have to crack deals with some other workshops or some other kind of vendor or something, like they are still there ready to take you very lightly or to fool you because you may not understand the hisab kitab, and you may not understand a lot of things. So you always have to be very alert, you have to be more alert, and they don't respect you also very easily until you start doing serious transactions with them. So
Mm.
I have literally kept like 1 kg and 2 kg silver in the hands of people to start money, and they
To
start looking
trust
at
you, to
my work.
basically trust you.
Oh, they start looking at my work seriously. They
Wow.
do it in given timelines and deadlines, and they actually have to do it.
Okay.
And now in this now Facebook and Instagram era, there are a lot of women
Yes.
business owners and women resellers. So I think now it should change, and it has changed a bit
Mm.
for many other around I see, and I'm very happy for it.
Yes.
But when I started, it wasn't very smooth. It took me time. It's still that's chota
Did
chota
you
struggle,
ever get like, oh my God,
councils and big boards and bodies and big corporates and all. For them, yeah, like I'm the like
small
only
fish?
person leading my business as of now. I don't have other co-founders with me who are like men, and I'm one woman in them, like representing the business as a women company and women-led company and all that. So it's still like they will not take us very seriously. That keep happening, and we keep proving to it. Aadat pad gaya abhi.
Do you get tired of that? Like, when do you ever get
Sometimes
tired?
yes, sometimes yes, sometimes we get tired, sometimes we feel agitated, sometimes we crib with people we know whom we can crib it at. And so yeah, it's a journey, it goes on. You
Yeah.
go ahead, you come back, you sometimes cry, you sometimes feel very
Yeah.
frustrated, sometimes you're very happy. It's a roller coaster ride. Like four
Yeah.
days ago you feel that you have cracked something super awesome.
Mm.
8 days after, you may feel, bhai, what I'm doing.
I know. I know. Ask me.
Why I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but still we should keep going.
Yeah. What else I will do? I don't know.
Right. Okay. But
Right.
is there any like danger of these big fishes coming and swallowing the small fishes?
That can happen with any man, woman, dumb, intelligent.
No, no, no. Yeah, this is not about gender. I'm just asking like how, in what
Also,
kind of
everything,
dangers
like when
exist?
we get big inquiries, we are mostly trying to understand whether it is a fishy or whether it is a genuine one. Because
Mm.
in first filtering, that is our major, what we want to know. And once then we have to take advance, we have to
What
do
will be
this.
the problem? It's just I'm curious. Like, let's say if
Like
you got
they
a
will
big
want
order.
us to export batch of 4 kgs, and they will say, we will pay you right now half, we will pay you right now this, that, you let's start the transaction, us, vagera vagera. And then later they may not pay you, they will just go absconding. You already sent your products, what you will do now? I
Oh,
sent
no,
a
no,
large
no. I'm not
shipment.
talking about like that. Let's say like how all these big gold shops and all the other shops which are there already in the industry with the
Okay.
big names and all.
Okay.
Are they threatened by you? How do they want to take you
No,
down? Is
I don't think
no?
the market
Okay.
is very large. A lot of women are there, lot of customers are there. People have their own genres, choices. Uh,
Mm.
and for gold people, though, they should not, because India is still extremely fascinated by gold, as I said. So, our traditional choices, also what our parents want to gift us. So most of the time I don't think there is a reason of, they might feel कि अभी बहुत गर्दी हो गया तुम लोग के वजह से, but which we may also feel for person who started 8 years after us or 6 years
Yes.
after.
Yes. Yes.
So I think every generation feels that it's okay. They feel that what you can do. Someone is enterprising, he's doing it. If
Yeah.
he's really good, appreciate it,
No,
or learn
no, no, no.
from.
That is what I want to hear. I want to hear that attitude of
Yeah.
that appreciating the other person and moving on with our work and then improvising
And,
our
and
work.
there's something you can learn from them. There's something you can
Exactly.
collaborate with them. There can be always good
Exactly.
opportunity there. So
Yes.
I don't think there is point, because when you started, you have also done it with someone else.
Yes.
When someone else started, they are doing that with you. That is how market
Yes.
is. Jungle का rule भी वैसे ही होता है. The one who
Yeah.
the strength, he will eat others. So
Yeah. Yeah. So do you have any advice for women entrepreneurs who wants to come in, like anything preparations, like do this properly, or any advice, any simple tips, or even work-life balance, work-life balance. I think that's the most important thing to know. How do you do that?
see, for me, I don't know how I can say work-life balance, because earlier few years I worked, like even the 10 years of advertising I hadn't worked. Like I can say 7 8 years of it.
But that must have helped you, right? Because your photography and then your advertisement, it
Yeah.
is different. Does that job help you in this?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, that is why it's more professional. You can see that extra professionalism with your
Yeah.
work. Okay.
So I think I'm the wrong person to talk about work-life balance here because myself was too passionate about it and was doing it. And but I think this year I have decided that I'll give time myself because of some health things or these that things that I'll give time myself and this.
Okay.
But if you're really passionate about it, uh, things happen. Yeah. And when there is a woman entrepreneur who want to start something, my major advice is, you know don't just keep thinking, get into it, start, do it. Until you really do it, you are not going to understand where
Please
it.
say it out loud. Shout out. Please say it out loud. I know it. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
please say
don't
it
just,
loud.
yeah, don't just keep wandering around and thinking around and whether I should not do it. Whatever has to happen will happen, but until you go through the cycle and until you go through the process, you won't
Even
understand.
if it's a mistake. Even,
Even if it's a mistake,
even
from
if it
mistakes only
fails.
we learn. From mistakes only we learn and we do things right and we do things better. So
Yes.
process is very important, something I really believe into. The
Yes.
process of artist is also very important to me. The process of business, enterprising, creating one product till launching one product, there's a process. So I think it's very important to go through it. There will be a lot of hula who people will say that it's a gift, it's a God's gift, and I always knew it and this and
No,
that.
there are definitely people.
Spite of all of that, you have to do it
I'm
consistently.
sure while we're speaking right now, there must be someone who is sitting there who has really good talent of
Yeah.
the same kind of, they can do better,
Correct.
but
Correct.
that one step,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And be a little fearless. Don't keep questioning yourself too much.
Mm,
We tend to get into too much of, thinking and questioning and doubting,
mm,
and self assurance is sometimes lesser. We keep uh, like keep asking that questions. Like we do that lot, that which helps us maintaining product quality. Like sometime, I mean, for some people it can help, and sometimes for some people it can, like, it really make things worse for them. For example, there is a Sanskrit term called neti neti. Neti neti means not yet, not yet. So when I am creating a product, or when I'm designing, when I'm actually keeping something in front of everyone, that neti neti is lot with us, lot with me, with Moha, that not yet, is it still good. So I want to work a lot on my craft, lot onto designs, lot on what we can really make good. So sometime, I mean, I think having that, I think for new generation I really have it more than women, that that neti neti attitude is important. That sometimes people are ready to keep something very half baked, or something very not yet fully nicely done, or you yourself being prepared. So
yep.
put out yourself, do that hard work, create that kind of things, product, service, your own intelligence, but work onto it. Give yourself a priority there. And don't like always make a, otherwise there is every other priority, like guests are coming, families there, all those things are always going to happen.
Yeah.
But at that same time, this balance of neti neti is also very important, I feel. I mean,
Yes.
along with putting yourself first, creating fantastic product, fantastic service, or something, which people won't question you. They
Mm,
will love it. I
yes.
mean, the combination of these two is very important for me. And that is what I always try and tell to new generation, or interns who come to us, or, if some colleges, this, that,
Oh, you do have interns coming to you.
yeah, we have. I'm a visiting faculty in NIFTL, so I go sometime there, or
Oh,
I
oh,
teach
that's good.
a bit on aesthetics or entrepreneurship sometimes. So
Oh,
I
right.
go as a jury to such colleges.
Oh,
So
good, good.
interns been coming for quite some time from their graduation
Okay.
project.
So
So
are there any next generation kids who are interested in actually making it, not just designing it? Anybody who wants to make it too?
so many. There's so
Okay.
many. There are always people. there are types of people who will want to explore something like
Okay.
this.
No, because I see, particularly in India, as parents do that, we are fine sending them into design aspect, even in NIFT and all these big colleges. The handworking, I think there is still lacking in that
So
part.
I am making sure that I always knew all the processes. I made sure I know them. I have tried myself doing them. My son is interning right now in my office. He's actually sitting as a karigar and he's doing it,
Very good.
creating the product, because we I believe in knowing your
You
material.
have to
You
be
cannot
the
know.
jack of all trades, right? If you
More
want.
than jack of all trade, material is the most important thing when you are creating a product. Until
Yes.
you don't understand and explore your material well, the nature of your material, how your material surprises you, where you can put confidence into it. It's a strong subject which is talking to you, and people. I have seen people who have spent their entire life understanding their materials.
Yes.
So for me, it's a something which is very near to my heart subject, that exploring material, understanding your material, different natures of material, from soft to hard to fire to wood to brick to silver to metal. Even in metals, there are different metals have different nature.
Yes.
Brass is different, silver is different, iron is different, steel is different, aluminum is different. We all know that, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
while working with them, a lot of methods change, the
Yes.
understanding change, what is going to happen after a change, color changes, so many things changes.
Yes.
So you have to know your material if you want to create product seriously. You
Okay.
have to know your,
So whoever is going to come into the product industry, particularly, you need to know your materials.
you have to work on it for a long time to
Yes.
understand it. That's only when you start knowing it and start
Yes.
understanding
Yes.
it.
You do the workmanship as well sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay. You learned it over the period of time.
I do. I'm not as skilled karigar as this. I mean, definitely not even near to them, but
Yeah.
I know it everything. I can sit beside them and guide them
There
everything.
are there any courses in NIFT where there is particularly where there is for the craftsmanship as well?
So for that, they come to us to do their graduation project where they understand craftsmanship, because college is still not teaching them. I feel bad for that. But there are few now private institutes who are teaching. One is SNDT. They have a course. They have a workshop also of
Why I'm
jewelry.
asking you this is that in the future, it's fine for now that we have all these people who are doing it, but we should be learning that too. That's what is happening in Western countries right now. That's why we are paying for carpenters in thousands of dollars because we don't have them anymore.
Yeah, there are now independent silversmiths also in Western
What is
countries.
happening is that you have to be really interested. The person has to be really passionate and interested and then get into it and learn it. What I'm trying to say is, because as you said, you're a faculty at NIFT too, isn't it better that we have the course introduction of craftsmanship as well in every aspect? In
I think they have some of them. They definitely have
particularly, for the
for every
clothing industry, they
yeah,
have sewing as well, right? They have to do the sewing
yeah,
too.
yeah. I think
They
they
have to
have
do
all
the
that setups. They have all that
they have to
setups.
do the embroidery too, right?
For jewelry, I think every NIF does not have a complete entire workshop in house,
Okay.
and that's why they send kids for
For
graduation.
the extra internship.
I mean, in lifestyle and accessory design, someone who has actually picked up a jewelry only. So
Mm.
that kind of person will come to my kind of organization to see manufacturing in depth. They will go to people. There are many one who are manufacturing. There are many. So kids
Okay.
will go to them. Whereas there are few colleges who have now complete in-house workshops, and they teach kids how to manufacture, how to do it themselves.
Understand that there is two things to it, but we are being expertise. Like, let's say if you have 100 people, 90 are being expertise in this, and then only 10 are being expertise in this.
Yeah. So both, see, there are people who are totally, running their venture in a very different way, where
Mm.
they are giving it out to make, and they are totally buying in wholesale and retailing it ahead. So there are various forms. But if you are yourself extremely interested in creating product yourself, then knowing always helps. Like,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
there is no shortcut to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show,
Thank you so much,
Geetanjali.
Lisa, for inviting me. It was
Eh,
lovely talking to you.